Hey guys, Sid here. Welcome to yet another Hall of Fame interview. And here I have with me Vijay Prakash, whom I've known for many years now, even through the Success Gyan events. We've attended many events together. And Vijay Prakash got into the Internet Lifestyle Hub over a year back. He's a stock market and investing specialist. He's also an author of a book called Slumdog Investor. And in the last 1 year, he's been able to build his own tribe to over 3,000 people on his Telegram group. And just in the last 60 days, he was able to achieve over 8.4 lakhs by implementing the principles of the knowledge business, applying the freedom business model. So, Vijay, congratulations on this milestone and entering the Hall of Fame. Great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Sid. Thank you so much.
Yes. So, as usual, I want to find out what did you go through to achieve these results. Let's rewind time 1 year back at the point where you decided to get into my course in the community. What was your situation at that point of time, and what made you get into this community?
Sid, at that point of time, we were doing a lot of offline courses. We were
Hmm.
running a lot of offline programs at that point of time. And we have been in the stock market niche and we were conducting programs in stock market.
Hmm.
This is where I was. And you are the one who started me a couple of years back on this world called digital. I had no clue what this
Hmm.
world called digital is. I attended your program. I remember, I think in 2016, 17,
Hmm.
when I attended your program.
Yeah.
And after coming to your community, what I realized that future is going to be the digital, right? So
Hmm.
that is what I got to know. And thankfully, because of your help and because of you persuading us that that you have to go digital, we started slowly moving towards this digital platform, because we had to
Hmm.
conduct a lot of courses online, and we had to create our video program. So
Hmm.
this was slow, of course. And three things which I have learned from you is: one, you pay single rupee to Sid, it is 100x value.
Hmm.
That, and that is a principle which we have adopted as well.
Hmm.
Other thing what I learned from you is the transparency, that
Hmm.
you got to be transparent with your community.
Yeah.
And third thing is uh, from you is personal branding, focus on the
Hmm.
personal branding. So I was not somebody very keen to come on the camera and things like that.
Hmm.
But then eventually I figured out that if you really want to grow, you have to become a personal brand, and there is no other way. So this is
Hmm.
where I focused. Another thing is, what I have learned from you is nurturing is a little slow process, but
Hmm.
when you keep nurturing, you are actually deepening your roots, and
Yeah.
people start trusting you.
Hmm.
One more interview I remember you conducted for a stock market niche, where you said, uh, failed traders are trainers. I remember that.
Hmm.
And I took it seriously. And
Hmm.
I thought, why not create a transparent system
Hmm.
which will prove that we are not failed traders. So what we did
Hmm.
was, in last 365 days, I mean, this is the month of November, January, we started this
Yeah.
Telegram group.
Hmm.
And almost within 11 months time, we
Hmm.
have traded in 365 stocks, and
Hmm.
each of the result being published week
Hmm.
by week in the public domain.
Awesome.
That is
Hmm.
what has created a transparency, that these are the trades, these are the possible trades which you should take.
Hmm.
And what is the result? Because a lot of these stock market guys, you would have seen, they will talk about the results which are
Hmm.
positive, but nobody talks about the result which are negative. So right now
Yes.
we are at an accuracy of 72% in last 11 months, which is published in the domain.
Hmm.
Anybody can go and week by week, day by day, check our trades which we have given to people. And
Hmm.
we have right now over 100 people
Hmm.
into our community who are paid people.
Hmm.
These are the people who have paid us at least 10K or more, and
Okay.
they are availing our services. Yeah.
Fantastic. So what you actually gathered after coming to the community was, the transparency part, the nurturing part, and also the whole aspect of moving to digital and personal branding, which you mentioned, which you were not doing before. You were more as a company, and had to go personal branding. So
Yeah.
see, you bought my course last year, but you got the results only in the last 60 days. So there may be many people like this in our community also who have bought my course, but for whatever reason, things have not moved forward, or things were more like preparation time, and the results only happens much later. So tell me, what did you go through the last 10 months before getting these results? Like, what were you actually doing, and what caused the delay of the results and implementing of things? Were there other factors that were there which are running in your business?
Yeah. So we had a group of people whom we were coaching and consulting. So
Hmm.
we had a kind of a offline business base which we had.
Hmm.
So the existing engagement actually, kind of kept me a little delayed. We were also
Okay.
working on we are also working on a second book which is
Hmm.
almost done, but because of the current situation we have not launched yet. So we were
Hmm.
working on, but
Hmm.
a time came, and especially the current situation
Hmm.
knocked that, and I got a video from you which said that world has changed and you just got to adopt it. And this
Hmm.
is kind of rang that bell that
Hmm.
what, you don't have a choice. This kind of scenario can come again and you got to speed up.
Yeah.
So this is
Hmm.
when I think it was just the time when this situation of pandemic started.
Hmm.
And then you talked about different type of economies which is gonna come.
Hmm.
So that was kind of alarming, and
Hmm.
that pushed a button for me to be who was a little reluctant in terms
Hmm.
of going fast. I started moving fast on this.
Okay. So the lockdown. In fact, most of the Hall of Fame interviews are people who made a resolve, like when lockdown happened. Okay, I'm going to use this time to build this online thing, and they've end up getting results. So I think in your case also a similar thing. The
Yep.
acceleration of your digital presence was the lockdown and the situation of the world,
Yeah,
and
it's a need.
yeah,
It became a need.
it
It
became
became
a
a need.
need, yeah, by default. Otherwise you are busy with your own tradition, whatever the offline model of doing things. Okay,
Right.
so I understand. Okay, that's where the time went. So how long did it take for you to build your products, like right from the tripwire, the core product, and did you follow exactly the steps given in my curriculum design?
Kind of,
Hmm.
yes.
Okay.
So I think it took me approximately 2.5 months to build my products.
Okay. And how was it different from the offline curriculum and online curriculum? What was the adaptation that you had to do?
So it was pretty much same. Only
Hmm.
thing is when you do an offline event, it kind of becomes very long, right?
Hmm.
Because you have those breaks and everything.
Hmm.
Here, what you have to deliver is on time. So the course which we were doing probably in 2 days, that I had to deliver in like 4 5 hours.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm. Hmm. So you had to adapt on that. And were
yeah,
you comfortable doing videos, or how long did it take for you to get, to adapt to this media?
yeah. I still have a challenge in terms of looking where to look in the camera.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's okay kind of, because now we do the YouTube videos also. I also have a YouTube channel
Hmm.
called as a VP Wealth Radio, where we go and talk about the prediction of the market next week and
Okay.
how we have performed in the last week. So that
Hmm.
kind of made me comfortable now.
Okay. How many videos have you launched till now?
Oh, I think it's 100 plus.
100 plus.
Yeah.
Amazing. Over a span of 6 to 8 months?
Over a year's time. I mean,
Year,
same time when
years
I
time.
came to community, when you talked about, I mean, I was all out. The moment you said personal branding, I was all out. And it
Hmm.
really feels great to see the comment from the people. I think people, the reason people like us is for the transparency.
Hmm.
You know,
Hmm.
today
Excellent.
morning, I have received a testimonial from somebody who has done a video recording of each of our trade after coming to our community by
Hmm.
taking so much pain of a 15-minute video showing the results of a green portfolio. So it
Amazing.
feels
Amazing.
amazing, and
Hmm.
uh, because I moved from the employee quadrant to business quadrant,
Hmm.
so I figured it out. When you are an employee, you're only thinking about yourself.
Yeah.
But then, working with you, working with Rajiv, working with
Hmm.
Soren, what we have figured out, it is all about serving the community, and
Absolutely.
money is
Absolutely.
anyway byproduct.
Yes. Yes. How big is your paid community right now?
We have close to 100 people, Sid.
100 paid customers. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic. And do you have like, how have you structured your programs? You have level one, level two, level three?
Yes, we have level
Hmm.
one, level two, level three.
Hmm.
So our level one is structured around 5K. Our
Okay.
level two is structured around 10K, and our level three is structured around 25K.
Okay. And how have you, broken the content in these three levels? Like, what does level one cater to level two and level three? Are you following like the
Okay.
concept,
Yeah.
implementation, and coaching? Is that the format?
Right. Right.
Hmm.
Right. So what we do is at level one, we give them the basic knowledge of the stock market with some of the trading techniques.
Hmm.
Level two, we go deep. We
Okay.
teach them deep into technical analysis. And
Mm.
level 3 is our USP.
Mm.
The message what we give to people is, and especially this is for the job goers,
Mm.
that you can actually trade within 5 minutes. Even if you
Okay.
work in the job,
Mm.
it takes only 5 minutes for you to trade if you
Mm.
learn the third level. Five
Okay.
minutes, that's
Mm.
all. It takes five
Mm.
minutes to take a trade and 5 minutes to manage. Within 10 minutes, you are done.
Okay. Okay.
That is
Awesome. I mean,
attracting lot of professionals.
nice. And how do you nurture the community? Because I'm sure there are many traders and many traders who are trainers
Mhm.
who like to sell the training, but probably they just sell them as a course, but do not offer support. So, what kind of a nurturing system do you have for this community?
So for all these community, they have my personal access anyways.
Mm. Mm.
So fortnightly we do a review with them if they have any question Q&A
Okay.
that we are doing. And from next week, what we are starting is our availability in the market Monday, Wednesday, and Friday between
Mm.
3:30 to 3. We are going to launch something called as a trade with green portfolio team. I also have a
Okay.
partner. His name
Okay.
is Darshan Rao, and
Mm.
he has a very big role in this success. Maybe
Nice.
when we do
Nice.
1 CR interview, I'll bring him in,
Please do that. Yeah.
along with me. So
Mm.
he has a very big role to play here because he's the one who has devised this formula called as the 5 minute millionaire pro trader.
Fantastic. Darshan, if you're watching this, congrats to you and Vijay, both of you. Great to know.
Yeah.
Nice. So uh, let's talk about system setup, digital system setup. What was that journey like for you? Did you build your website on your own? What all systems have you incorporated based on what you learned here?
So no, I have not built myself.
Mm.
I always believe in outsourcing. I mean,
Okay.
what is not my strength, I always
Mm.
believe in outsourcing.
Okay.
So more of I had outsourced to people to build my website and
Mm.
build those click funnel pages and
Yeah.
build that community.
Mm. Okay.
But
So
in my
yeah.
case, 40, close to 40% is organic. The
Mm.
traffic comes from my Telegram channel and
YouTube. Mm.
YouTube, right?
Okay. Okay. Mm. So how many webinars, like say last 60 days, you've got these results, 8.4 lakhs in 60 days.
Yeah.
How many webinars did it take for you to convert to these kind of numbers? And I think you mentioned that
In terms
40%
of
is
the
organic, 60% paid. Yeah. So tell us
yeah.
about that.
So in terms of the webinar, I think I have done fortnightly. I think
Mm.
4 to 5 webinars I would have done,
Mm.
because most of these things comes from the organic. I mean, these are the
Mm.
people who directly come and
Yeah.
they purchase from us.
Okay. So they come into the Telegram group and from
Yeah.
YouTube into the webinar. You did 2 webinars a month, probably around 4 to 5 you've done.
Yeah.
And how much were you able to convert in a webinar? What's the maximum that you were able to achieve in one webinar?
So these were most of the people who come to the webinar. These were ready people, okay,
Mm.
because they join our Telegram group, they get our free calls, they trade for almost a week, and they come to the webinar, and this is where we
Okay.
go and sell them. So it's
The
easy,
the
actually.
5,000 product is sold in the webinar.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct. Okay.
So it's
Mm.
easy for us. There are some of the
Okay.
people who just want to buy. See, the
Mm.
good thing about the stock market is it's a greed product, right?
Mm. Mm.
So people, by nature, we are greedy.
Mm.
So there are people who just want to go. They don't want 1, 2 level. They just say,
Mm.
boss, I want 1, 2, 3 level. And for the
Mm.
professionals, and especially because of the fear of this pandemic, now everybody wants a secondary source of income.
Yeah.
Now there are other ways, but those ways are a little slow, right? There
Mm.
are ways. But stock
Mm.
market is like, boss, if you are claiming it, can you tell me which stock will go up tomorrow or next week? And we
Mm.
we are good at that. So they
Mm.
see the result, they taste the money before they pay us. So it becomes
Okay.
easy.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
So it's more like you nurture them, the Telegram group. You give them the value before they come for the webinar.
Correct.
And in the webinar, the conversion must be pretty good. So how many have? What's the in average? Let's say the 5 webinars you've had. What has been the number of people who attended, number of people who bought?
I would say my conversion is somewhere between 40 to 50%.
Okay. Nice.
40 to
And how many
50%.
people would attend the webinar? Around 200, 300? What has been your numbers?
The number is somewhere close to 80 to 90 people.
80 to 90 people. Fantastic. Superb. So that's how you've been able to do. Probably 30 to 40 people buying for the last 5 webinars,
Right.
and you've achieved these numbers. And
Right.
then, of course, we're not talking about level 2, level 3. So do
Right.
you have like a weekly mastermind or any kind of calls that you do with the
Not
teams?
weekly, fortnightly
Hmm.
we do it.
Fortnightly. Okay.
fortnightly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice. So it looks like
fortnightly.
you're not so busy to create this kind of income, like fortnightly webinar, fortnightly catch up with a group. But where does your time go on a daily basis? It is like the trading, the actual trading part, and giving them the cues.
Uh, to be very honest, right now I'm just spending 2 hours in the market.
Mm.
So 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the afternoon.
Okay.
So rest of the time is with me now because everything is at home. So family is at home, uh,
Mm.
kids class is going on. My wife is also a kindergarten teacher.
Okay.
So good amount of time with the family. Though
Mm.
we get too much time with the family these days.
Yes.
So yeah. So I get a lot of time for personal development. I think all the people we are in the self-help space, we want time
Mm.
for ourselves to build
Yeah.
ourselves, testing
True.
some new system and things like that.
Mm. Excellent. Excellent. Great to know. So
Yeah.
how has your no, one is you mentioned family, more family time, but how has your personal life been impacted after moving completely digital now over the last few months?
So I mean, I quit my job almost 3 years ago.
Okay.
So I have been at home from last three
Mm.
years,
Mm.
and I had to go only in terms of when there is a meeting or offline program when we are conducting. So I'm
Okay.
the one who was at home from a very long time.
Mm.
So I would not say much of a change for me,
Okay.
but
Mm.
then of course now no more going out for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, probably there would have been a huge difference in your from offline to online trainings.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. So
yeah.
excellent. So what's your vision now for the next 1 year, next 3 years? What have you planned out for your tribe?
So next thing is definitely again getting interviewed with you for once year Hall of Fame that I have to claim. And in terms of taking this community, though we talk about that we are going to impact a life of at least 1 million people, but it has to be step by step. So 100 people are right now in our community. From 100, I'll take it to 500, then to 1,000, then to 10,000. That is what is my plan for next 3 years.
Fantastic. Great to know, Vijay. I think it's really inspiring to know how you've been able to scale it up. And I think the core, what I was able to pick up from this is the way that you have nurtured and built your Telegram group and YouTube channels where you're delivering value first. You've helped them get the result in way your product is a greed product, like you mentioned. So people, if they can see the money coming in based on what action they take, it'll be a no-brainer for them to reinvest it back into your
Yeah,
programs and scale it up. So the way that you've modeled it is beautiful. And you also mentioned the key takeaways that you've got after coming into this community over here. So great, Vijay. I'm super proud of your success. Yeah, looking forward to seeing you in the Crore Club. And
sure,
rest
Sid.
of you here watching this, if you want to know more about what Vijay does, in my YouTube channel description there's a link to his website. You can go and check it out. And if you want to be a part of this community and implement the freedom business model, if you're in the stock trading space and if you want to start training people, then jump into the bandwagon. We have over we're going to be touching over 10,000 people right now in our community from all walks of life. Just go to sids.co/formula and learn the formula, take action, and get in. I like to ask this question at the end, Vijay, is if you had to distill all your learnings that you've had in the last many years, and you've been in the personal development space for years, you've also written a book and stuff, you have to bring it down to one success principle that you live by and which you'll continue to live by for the rest of your life. What is that one success principle?
Sid, I would say it is not important how big you dream. What
Mm.
is important is how long you will dream.
Nice, nice. It is not how big you dream, it's how long you'll dream. Explain a little bit more. How long did you dream to be in this situation which you're in right
Sid,
now as compared
I'll
to the
show you something
workforce?
very interesting. So what I
Yes.
do is I make this notebook every year. So
Okay.
if you see, all the mentors will be in the front and
Mm.
my dreams at the back. You know,
Nice.
so when I built this particular thing, you see that I wanted to write this book. I only got the cover at that point of time. I
Yeah.
wanted to make it Amazon #1 bestseller. Present
Mm.
this book to Mr. Bachchan. That's another story. We don't have time for that.
Mm.
Maybe a YouTube video I have mentioned how this
Yeah.
dream came. That time I was a little immature, so wanted all the cars for myself. But now with
Mm.
Uber, I don't think we need those many. And then travel the world, make $1 million. This is how I
Mm.
put together, and every year I will do it.
Mm.
And when I did it, I had no clue that this is going to happen. So this
Wow.
is done. This is done,
Mm.
and this is personally this notebook I've shown to Mr. Bachchan, and
Hmm.
he has autographed it, by the way. I'll just show it to you.
Nice,
So he
nice.
has autographed it.
Brilliant. Dreams come
So
true. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean that's why I always say this, that even wildest dreams can become true. So it took me 5 years to complete this particular project of book writing. Couple of projects failed when I
Hmm.
started,
Hmm.
but as I said, how long will you dream? And
Hmm.
after writing this book, life has changed. Was able
Hmm.
to meet Mr. Bachchan, present my book.
Hmm.
He gives autograph. He also autographed 4 5 copies for me. This is his
Hmm.
complete autograph when he signs. And I was
Nice.
fortunate to give him my autographed book. So I say this, that the measure of success is when your signature becomes an autograph.
Nice.
So how
Nice.
long will you
So
dream?
true. Hmm. Fantastic, Vijay. Thank you so much. And all of you here watching, if you're inspired by this interview, share your comments below on what you learned from this. If you're a part of our community, use the hashtag ILH family so that we know that you've actually learned something from this, if it's inspired you. And yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook for more interviews like this to inspire you on your journey of this knowledge business, which is going to be the next big thing. It's already the big thing, but how we can transform the entire education system together as a community. Thank you, Vijay, once more, and looking forward to interviewing you in the Crore Club in our next one.
Thank you so much, Sid. Thanks for your time. And thank
Welcome.
you very much from bottom of my heart.
Thank you. Thank you.